Everybody, welcome back to another White Roots recap of The Handmaid's Tale here with Jade and XD. We can tell we get into the ending. We're gonna see what the end gonna be.
Oh, much was going on. Good episode, not gonna lie.
It was, and I'm a little disappointed. I knew this day would come. But I'm a little disappointed. So, bust it. They're down at Lockheed Martin, whatever hangar that they used in Jag. They are setting up to do this military operation, and they're going. Apparently, Blana. We have to talk about Hannah.
A rebel.
Yeah, and how Hannah is actually Blasian.
She could be. She could be Blasian. You know what? Who else she reminds me of? She reminds me of them children overseas, the biracials, but like overseas, where they be like half. Their daddy be from Zimbabwe and their mama be from like the Netherlands.
Yeah. And with their grandmamas from like India, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, she was giving me that, but she was also, again, Spirit of June lives in her. We see it alive and well.
Yeah, big time. So, they're going to Colorado Springs because that's where Blana's school is located.
Yes.
And we're introduced to Commander Light Eyes.
Commander Smokey is what I called.
Or Commander Terrence Howard. He wasn't like a Gilead commander. He was a U.S. Air Force commander who was leading the raid of Blana's school.
Yeah.
I found it interesting that they refer to Blana as by her chosen or her slave name, Agnes.
Agnes.
Why would you name a little black girl? This is how I know. Like, they don't even... Gilead's whack.
They don't even give them, like, old black names. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have named that child Belinda. But they named that child Agnes. That's like that's an old German lady.
Yeah, not
Agnes.
Ruth, not Mabel, but Agnes.
Yeah, no Esther. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shirley.
Yeah, total missed opportunity here.
Right? I wanted to see a kid named Deborah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. So, June wants to see the raid, and Twella was like, nah. But then she was like, nigga, who gave you all this intel? You better let me see this damn raid.
So he's like, all right. Okay, bet. He's like, so, all right. All right, bet.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Serena is doing her damnedest to try to play this role of handmaid, and it's really
eating her alive.
Yeah. Woo. Like, she is wasting away. So like she's doing like this little photo shoot with the baby, and is supposed to for propaganda for their new fertility clinic.
Mm-hmm.
And, she's like, can I go to the opening? It's my baby and these are my promo pictures, so why wouldn't I be allowed to go? And so Mrs. Wheeler, who is like total evil, like she's like Serena on 10.
Baby, she is Serena on heroin. It is it's what she deserves. It's what she deserves, but that lady is wretched.
And I hate the fact that with every moment I start to feel sad for Serena.
Yeah, I started, that would happen. I told you last week, like, out of just a human purpose. And I keep U-turning my car back to Serena was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And assisted in the rape and pillage of multiple women in society. Mm-hmm. So... But I get I don't like what they're doing.
Yes. Here's the thing. I feel more bad for the baby because the fact that the baby don't know what's going on is being deprived of their mother.
Yeah.
That's what I can safely say.
Yes. Yes.
You know, because that's unfair because the child's about to grow up to be just as hateful as his daddy. Even though his daddy ain't really his daddy.
Who is this?
I really think it's Twello.
What? What? I told him you're gonna post it. What, Ma? Stop doing that.
Oh, is she pimping you out on your social too, right?
Talking about
to me
like
all the time.
Took a video of her coworker and was like, "I told him you were gonna post this." Why would you tell him that?
Yeah.
What in the world?
My mother had something somebody was selling, and she was like, you know, can you post this on Friday? I was like, first of all, what is this? Second of all, no.
Let me see what the fuck this is. Hold on. What is this?
Okay. Go ahead.
Not her coworker doing ballet.
Oh my god.
What in the hell?
He is from New York.
Okay.
I'm sending this to my daughter to put on Instagram or shop.
What?
Moms, you can't help it.
We find each other everywhere, but I'm not putting him on my Instagram.
Oh my goodness.
Lord
That's
Jesus
funny.
Christ, I'm so sorry.
It's
Anywho,
fine. Well, we're back to Mrs. Wheeler just being completely jealous of Serena. And she lets it slip out. She was like, this is my boy, you know. And
it wasn't a slip. No, that bitch pushed it out cause Serena needed to go breastfeed him, right? He was getting fussy and all that. Serena needed to go breastfeed him, and Wheeler is like, well, you need to put him on the bottle. He need to get used to the bottle. Obviously, she's trying to wean him off her breast so that she can continue this operation of this is my baby. And when Serena said, oh, well, I don't want to confuse him right now at this stage, she said, oh, my smart boy won't be confused. And I said, oh,
yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Serena's like, let me eat crow, and just be like, okay.
She had to remember Jude's
Sure.
words.
Mm-hmm. Just remember to play the role and then plot the revenge.
That's it.
At the same damn time.
That's it. That's what I did to you.
Right. Now, this part, you know, we thought it was going to happen with Serena, but I didn't think this part was going to happen. So, Commander Get Out, and I'm no longer calling him White Congenial Commander because he's not that anymore.
He technically never really was, because again, reiterated, he created Gilead.
yeah. Fair enough. Well, he invites TT Lydia over to do a link up.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is until Mrs. Putnam shows up. And remember, Mrs. Putnam had her nigga killed point blank in the town square in front of Baker Square.
Yep.
Because he raped Esther.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of like, so hey, listen, you want to get married?
Yeah.
And this isn't really like, not really a question, more of like, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna survive in Gilead.
Well, first they tell her, they're like, you can't stay in the house that you in. Like, you're a widow with a baby, you low-level citizen. So, you can't stay in that house. So she goes, okay, well, maybe a nice small condo or cottage. And he was like, we're not your realtors. And that's when Lydia's like, you all should go ahead and do a sneaky link. And, you know, it's it's clear that Commander Get Out is very, very, very much in love with his wife. His regret is coming very deeply on account of his wife and her disgust for him and what he has created and what he did. As I was doing more reading, I saw that he is the one who facilitated and started also, outside of just being the architect of Gilead, which was for birth control, like we said. I mean, for birth repopulation. He also was in charge of instilling the colonies, and his wife could not handle that. So it's evident that he has this emotion or whatever. He does not want to be with anybody else. Remember a couple episodes back, he told the other commanders he's not interested in getting remarried. But I guess he recognizes why this is going to be of some importance. So he tells her, you and the kid can move in here if you want to.
Pretty much. He said, I remember he said, he was like, you had him killed in front of me. And he was like, well, I feel like that's something you should overlook.
Right. It was very much like, and I do it again. What?
Yeah.
Girl, you're welcome.
Yeah. Which, yes. But no, but yes.
He's like, yeah. And that nigga, and he deserved it. And he deserved to die.
Big time. So, speaking of sneaky links, Serena Joy goes down to talk to Mr. Wheeler in her pajamas.
Yeah.
Because I laughed at the scene with Mrs. Wheeler after. And I was like, girl, is that what y'all call like lingerie?
Negligee.
Which is like this flannel,
Mumu.
full length. That's how you get your nigga in the mood. That's why y'all ain't procreating, because y'all up here just...
Because you dress like that. I'm like, even the Burlington sells lingerie. Like, come on.
Okay. Hightail it and get you some Kathy Ireland shit from Kmart, girl. Like,
all I'm saying is go get a teddy.
Okay. Fredericks of Hollywood. Y'all don't have that.
No. Not
That's
Gilead.
what's wrong with Gilead.
Haram. It's haram. But no.
So, yeah, she goes to see Mr. Wheeler in the middle of the night. And, she's like, hey, maybe I could go to the opening, with my baby, and make it all a cute affair. And so, he's low-key a little weak.
He is. He is. And, but he's not dumb. Like, she did come in there on some over complimentary shit, and he was like, all right, girl, like, what do you want? And so she presented her argument. He was like, okay, like, we'll think about it. I'll figure it out. And so he does. He lets her go, but we'll get to that in a moment. In the meantime, June and Mixed Ben Affleck are in the sublet classified space, because America ain't got no hub. They got a...
That's very true. They have to go on like the Breather app.
Space. They're like, let me look at eventpeerspace.com. We're orphans.
That's so true.
So,
oh my God.
They're at this sublet to watch the raid. Tuello set it up and made it happen or whatever. And we see June, and she's very like tapped in. And then it pans to Hannah in wife school. So by the way,
that's
those
so wild at wife school.
Wife school. How fucking crazy. And this is a kid.
That's so wild.
This is a kid. Like, I am looking at her. She is a child.
She is a solid 10.
Those little 10s. Those little...
And I'm like, in the little sleeping
it was so cute.
Yeah, it was cute, but it was also like, girl, what the fuck?
No, I was like, oh, a little privacy, you know what I'm saying? A little self-care.
Yeah. They was all in recovery purple and everything.
I know. But I was looking, then I swiftly went on IKEA and wondered if they had those tents available for Noah's room. But she's in wife school, and it's like June and Blana are channeling each other in this moment, right? Because June is really tapped into this screen. She can see. It's like I can see my baby, even though I can't. It's all digital. She's like, this is where she is. Like, I know her location. That's more than what she's had for all this time. And back at the wife school, Hannah is, she pulls out her little Bible book with the illustrations and shit, which their children, they have picture book Bibles. And y'all are prepping them to marry somebody. Absolutely motherfucking disgusting.
Disgusting.
But we see that Blana has a little artistic ability. She likes to draw, and she's good. And she did a little piece. I think she did it privately in her tent because it's clear she stays up at night. That's where she collects her thoughts. And she signs her name at the bottom of her artwork, and she signs Hannah, which means she has not forgotten who she is.
I said in my notes, Hannah remembers, ain't no Agnes, bitch. Like that. Yeah.
My name is Hannah. Agnes.
Yeah. Yes.
But
so
yeah, go ahead.
But you said it's clear that Hannah and June are, connected. Like they know what the fuck is going on.
Absolutely.
What's going on. And all of a sudden something goes wrong with the operation. Oof. And Twello's like, get them out of there. The only classified people are in this Airbnb. So you're right, that's so true. Because now I think about the end of the episode, it's like America only has like 3 apartments worth of like land. You know what I mean? Like nobody, they do not fuck with America at all.
America is no orphan, is what I'm trying to tell you.
It's like, how like they have those random classic roadhouses in Harlem? That's just America, and everywhere else is Canada.
Canada or Gilead.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's not funny, but it's funny. So
yeah, because it's gonna happen very soon in real life.
Oh my God, did you vote? Okay, got to go.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Doing
that we do early. We have early voting. So all I just gotta do is just send and vote and send.
I procrastinate by nature, so I have to go today. But I'm going. So like you said, something goes wrong. You start hearing multiple beeps. You know something is amiss, or the oven is the timer is going off, and we find out. Twello comes out, and we find out that Gilead was hip to what was happening, shot all the planes down, and there were no survivors, which means Commander Smokey Robinson, who said at the beginning of the episode and told June and reassured June and Mix Ben Affleck that he wanted to go home to his daughter and he wanted to make sure he brought their daughter home, and he wanted all this done safely. And that means he lost his life. So it clearly is fucking with Twillo. He's got to walk off. He's got to go call the rest of the families. And I couldn't tell if this was like, I knew this was a moment of extreme despair for June, right? Like this is such a high to such a low. But
yeah,
I also wondered if there was a moment of guilt as well, just for
absolutely there was guilt, and that's definitely expressed at the end of the episode,
right?
I think this is the classic case of like, is one life greater than the whole?
Right. Which is
it's
hard.
a common conflict in television, right? Like, do you risk everything to save a whole bunch of, risk a bunch of lives to just save one?
Or do you
risk one to save a bunch?
And we've seen this conflict come up over and over again throughout the show as well. So immediately after the attack and they find out what happens, Commander Get Out calls June. And he's like, so sorry I had to do that.
Yeah, which is not funny, but
right.
he was like, well,
it's the delivery.
You started it. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, so sorry I had to do that. I had to protect my country. And she's like, are you motherfucking kid? Like, I just want my kid, man. But see, we have to remember that June is a big, big, big pawn for them.
Political pawn.
You know, they need her. And so with that being said, they know that her driving force, the reason behind everything that she does is to save her child. And so they are going to do everything in their power to make sure she does not get access to this child, because then they will lose power.
Mm-hmm.
So they got hip to it, and he's like, yeah, we had to look out for our own. So sorry about that. But come on over to New Bethlehem and you might not have to worry about all that. You'll get to see her. Now remember again, in New Bethlehem, he's not promising that he's going to bring Hannah to her to New Bethlehem. He's just promising that she's going to be closer and she's going to have a little bit more access, which
that doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't, because you all are not trustworthy. So when that doesn't work, he tries to lure her with Commander Spicy White.
Which is even more fucked up, because like, okay, fine. Maybe you don't want your daughter. How about, spicy white cock? You know what I mean?
Yep. And she's like, what?
No. And what kills me is the fact that she stops and she's like,
she does.
Ooh. And then she's like, wait a minute. No.
And then he does the ultimate Caucasian.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I still need you to do this thing, though. I still need you to essentially denounce that attack and say that America fucked up and that Gilead did not deserve that and so forth. So she's like, I'm not painting you motherfuckers out to be no motherfucking victims, which is what they're doing with Serena.
Yeah.
I'm not painting y'all out to be no victims. She's like, hell no. You won't have my person involved in any of this. And then she just breaks down, like, come on, man, like, I want my baby. Like, give me my kid, man.
And this is even worse because she's like, I know you know better. Like, how dare you ask me to do shit like this? It's like,
she's like, your own
so
fucking wife made you feel guilty for the shit. And you know this is wrong. You know it is. And when he is defiant about it, June gets Black Kermit hoodie June on him. She's like,
she gets under his skin bad.
That's why I watched your bitch die.
Yeah.
And I didn't do shit about it. And he was like, I knew you had something to do with it. And she didn't have nothing to do with it. Because before, she's like, your wife fucking hated your motherfucking guts. You were scum between her toes. Love, alpha. She was like, she hated you. She hated what you were, what you did. You disgusted her. She killed herself off the strength of making sure that she got away from your evil, demonic ass. Like, just got in his shit. Yeah. And I watched her do it. And I didn't do shit, nigga. And I could have. And fuck your mama, too. And it don't do anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah. It don't do nothing but piss him off. And
he starts to cry.
Yeah.
He did tear up. But he started to cry. And, then he tells her, like, well, Black Hannah's never going to happen, so click.
Banged it on her. With tears streaming down his face as he said it.
Yeah. So, have we learned who this Black nanny is?
No, but I have a theory.
Okay, because she's... Again, I have this trope or thing that I do at home. It's like, Black women saving the day at every program whatsoever. Because here I was like, Black women again saving the day.
We don't even know her name.
Don't even know her name.
So, Black Nanny. My theory is that Black Nanny is an immigrant. And
clearly
she needs this job, and... You know what I'm saying? Like, whoo, these niggas is terrible. Just like pretty much most Black nannies. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I work for the devil, but girl, I've got to take care of my kids and pay my rent. Okay. So, but it's evident that she feels terribly for Serena in this situation with Willie and the baby. So they at the center, and
oh wait, before they get to the center.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
She's conversing with the black nanny, and all of a sudden, Serena gets slapped.
What? Two-piece, baby. Do you hear me?
By Mrs. Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Stay away from my husband." She gave her real Lisa Rinna tea. And Serena was like, "Bitch, I have fucking husband or whatever." She was like, "To me, you are just a whore.
You're just a whore." And then she slaps her. She slaps her ass twice.
Yeah, because she was like, "Because you went behind my back, now I gotta go with you to this damn opening."
And the nanny lady looked shook, but she's like, "Oh, this ain't right, but I can't say nothing. Because you ain't about to slap me, bitch." Right. So, June and Tuello meet up.
Yeah.
And she tells him about Commander Get Out's phone call and proposition. And she's talking about resilience and not stopping the attacks and like doing what they got to do. And I was thinking, I said,
a man just died.
And you ain't in that motherfucking airplane? Like, yes, we all know G.I. June, but like we all know we know you're capable, but you still ain't doing it. So hold these opinions just a smidge. And Tuello asked her about the Bethlehem proposition. And then he hips her. He's like, I
try to contact your boy.
Your boy Nick.
Yeah. Your boy Nick is wishy-washy. He's drinking the Kool-Aid moss, so what you gonna do about it?
And she's like, what you mean? And he's like, excuse me, I offered him asylum. I offered him safety.
Twice.
I offered him like a role in helping us to bring this shit down. He told me no. And she's like, he said, what now?
Yeah, exactly.
And Tuello's like, yeah, girl, he told me no. You
better call him.
I can make a linky link happen. If you just want to have like a little conversation with him, that's all I'm saying. And she was like, set it up. Line it up.
So we're at the opening of the fertility clinic, and everybody from Whoville is there fawning over
baby
Serena and her miracle baby.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Wheeler's face is like melting because she's jealous that she is not enjoying this.
Yeah.
As what she is. They're trying to like, okay, girl, go home. And she was like, oh, we're not ready to go home.
She's like, no, I need to stay a little longer. She's like, no, you need to go take a nap. She goes, and while you at it, tomorrow I'm going to come back. It's just going to be me and baby. And you won't come. So you can sleep all day. Serena's like, bitch, I'm the one who was infertile and then had a baby. I need to be here. And Wheeler starts getting Wheeler-ish. And then Pussy Wheeler steps in and he's like, oh, well, I guess this sounds like a sweet deal. You get to go to sleep. So before Serena got to go, she's like, I got to feed the baby. Black women saving the day. So, and the thing about us, because we knew, right? The thing about us is we get a look in the eye when we're here to help you, right? Or if we need help, or if we see that you need help.
It's a glimmer.
There's a specific look that you're going to get, and you're going to understand what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like Kia was saying, this man was following her on the train one day and, being real creepy. She got off the train, he got off, and she went straight to an older black woman and she looked her in her eyes. And the black woman looked at her, and then she was like, come on. Like, it's just a thing. So Black Nanny is like, I have a quiet place that you can nurse him. You see that big fluorescent ass exit sign? She knew exactly where to take her. And then how you know is because after she left her to give her some privacy, she stood in front of the door.
Stood in front of the door. Yep. She placed blame on herself for not packing an extra bottle.
Yep.
And was like, yeah, you could breastfeed him. Go out here, you know.
Yep.
And when we tell you, she was like, let me take my tip. Oh, no, busted. She made a break for it.
It was also the way she gave her the bag. She was like, oh, can I have the diaper bag? You know, just so I... And she was like, because this got everything you need, girl. Like, take the bag. I'll be out here if you need me. Bust through the door. Serena and the baby almost die. Almost get hit by mad cars before a bitch who listens to Paramore stops and picks them up.
One of the white people who listen to our show.
I know I'm not your target audience.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
a bitch who listen to Paramore stop, and she's like, you've got to help me save me and my baby. And the girl's like, all right, get in, and bust it. And I thought with the alarm going off and all of that, you know, they was gonna come and run out the door, but they busted that corner without anybody seeing what happened from what we saw. And Serena,
her and Willow from Buffy, hightailed it out of there,
got free. I was like, look at Mama from Criminal Minds, the one who be in the room doing computer shit.
yeah.
So,
and in more annoying news, June goes in her Subaru to go see Nick Blaine in the woods. She's so open. Regardless, it's like, you just heard that your nigga is evil.
Right. You just heard that he was offered the opportunity to not be evil and declined.
Yeah. See, this is why you can't change people, y'all. When you get in relationships or not, like, you can't change people. I know his heart. No.
I see his potential.
No, that's what's wrong with the world. Seeing potential.
It's fuck potential.
Yeah. See the world as it is.
You're smart, but you're stupid. Like, you got to call things what they are.
Yeah. Call things what they are. Spades on spades. Right? So, you know, she's pressing him like, nigga, why the fuck didn't you take, you know, these deals? And he has to come clean and tell her that he got Eleanor Roosevelt pregnant. So, like, and she's like,
what?
And like, they have such a weird dynamic. Like, how y'all in love? Because it's not like y'all dated. Y'all just trauma bonded and did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see the romance there. I don't see, you know, yes, you created a child together that's a secret and nobody knows and, you know, whatever.
I mean,
but like, it's not.
Sometimes that sexual chemistry be a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But
you
yeah,
know,
they do have a very
been
interesting chemistry and dynamic. But regardless, it was almost like an acceptance of choosing to live in these two separate worlds, even though your world is willfully evil.
Yeah.
And June kind of accepts it, and he's, you know, it's almost like a goodbye. He's like, I'm not gonna see you for a while. Eleanor Roosevelt's father is a big time commander. You know what I'm saying? She likes Gilead. She's comfortable there. Like, so the best thing that I can do at this point is look out for my kids, make sure they're good, and try to be as safe as I can. And June's like, all right, bet. He's like, give my regards to Nicholet. Which I was like, you really don't give a fuck about this kid, huh?
No, they don't. They don't give a shit about children. It's low-key like Scientology, honestly.
Yeah.
But whatevs.
So they go their separate ways.
And good riddance. I'm tired of them.
I really am as well.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
He be getting on my nerves, but I'm like, Ben Affleck been trying to like be with you and like.
Yeah, he's been holding it down.
You know, when you tore up the rose bushes after you talked to Commander Get Out, that nigga came out and held you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold you down, girl.
Yeah.
That nigga got knocked in the
been
face.
down.
He's been in a cage.
He's been shot, you know.
Not saying it's your
Like,
fault, but
no. But he's been, you know, quote unquote holding it down, you know.
he's a good man, Savannah.
We ain't heard of him, you know, fucking no other, you know, heifers, you know, while she was gone.
No.
Although that would be interesting to examine if he had a baby on her while she was.
I mean, he deserved to. She had. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, take it out, XD. It like flew out like spit. Meanwhile, okay, can I tell you how I motherfucking cackled at this part? Meanwhile, back in Gilead.
This was so shady.
I said, look at Gilead Mean Girls. So remember Putnam and Commander Get Out are getting married. So I was like, is this like the Gilead like bridal shower? What's happening here? So it's a couple wives, like maybe 2 or 3. Putnam's, I guess, Commander Get Out's new wife to be, and Aunt Lydia. And one of them looks at Aunt Lydia and she's like, you can't sit here. You're wearing sweatpants today. Like,
oh, they're allowing aunties to come to the...
Oh, they're allowing aunts here now?
Yeah.
And it was very high school where like this girl befriends the outcast girl and she's like, she's my friend. She's like, she's here with me. She was invited by the commanders.
Just like Mean Girls.
Just like fucking Mean Girls. So, and you saw Lydia's face too, where she's like, oh, they're allowing auntie. Now Lydia was like, bitch. What the fuck? On the other side of things is the commander link up.
Now, I laughed when they were very purposeful in their writing when they were like, China, Russia, and North Korea are now fans of Gilead. I said,
y'all got jokes in this motherfucking show. Y'all got jokes in this motherfucker.
They do not condemn like they condemn America for bombing Gilead or trying to infiltrate Gilead. I was like, oh,
China,
okay.
Russia, and North Korea.
I was like, I smell what y'all stepping in, Hulu.
Y'all are funny.
Mm-hmm.
And you know they're discussing all of that, and then one of the commanders brings it up. He's like, "But we still ain't eradicated the central nucleus of the problem, June."
Oh yeah, Blana's slave owner.
Oh, that's right. That is her slave owner. Well, he's like, yeah, we got to get rid of the problem. Okay, you can't do anything till you get to the foundation. And
but honestly, y'all ain't gonna kill June. Y'all could have killed June years ago.
Mad times.
And y'all, she evades you every time because she has proven that you all are stupid.
She's like Templeton the rat.
Yeah, like she escapes danger, you know. She's like Darkwing Duck.
She is.
Yeah.
And Commander, you know, he's like, yeah, I don't know if he's also thinking about getting rid of her as well, or if he's just, you know, leaning into whatever he's saying just to get him to shut up. But
no, he gonna try to kill Jim.
There's Spicy White over there as well. Now that's gonna be the shit. A standoff between Spicy White and June. What if they try to get him to kill her? Fascination.
That's exactly what's gonna happen, and he gonna have to choose. And they're gonna kill him instead because he's not gonna kill Jim.
Season 6. Meanwhile, they're holding a candlelight vigil in the park in Canada for the fallen American soldiers who died in the Gilead attack.
For all 40 Americans that are allowed to live in Canadian borders.
Yeah, very small gathering, intimate gathering is what it was. With an angry mob of Canadian MAGAs going crazy. Going crazy. So then the baby, the daughter that Commander Smokey spoke about earlier, gets up to say the Pledge of Allegiance. It's not lost on me that she was stuttering over that Pledge of Allegiance, because Think about them words.
No, I struggled with this scene heavily. Well, continue and we'll talk about it.
So the baby get up there to say the Pledge of Allegiance, even though her daddy just died.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom is weeping and mourning. And the baby is stuttering over the pledge. So June goes up to assist. She asked permission, which I did appreciate. And then she goes up to assist. And as they all begin to say it, TT Rita and the whole crowd and everybody joins in on the Pledge of Allegiance, the angry mob says, "Oh, hell no, not this song." And shots fired. They start busting shots in the park. Okay, baby, it was like Eastern Parkway. It was motherfucking Labor Day in Brooklyn. And they start busting shots. And they're firing directly at the flag where June and the baby were saying the pledge. So June got to protect the baby. So here she is protecting another black child. I'm sorry. My period's about to come. I'm feeling mean.
It's okay, because I had the same thought.
I thought you just got to protect the black child, huh?
I was
But I was grateful.
Negro baby protector.
Right.
Like, is that
I was like, oh, June's originally from Portland. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So one of the white women who stood in front of the niggas and stuff at the Black Lives Matter.
Dancing and crumping.
They're like, fuck you, police. I will say that white people did something in Portland. Because when we went, nigga, in 4 days, we didn't see one fucking cop. Not one.
Word.
Not one. I was like, oh. I was like, now, but what do y'all do with all these crackheads? But anyway. Whoa.
Oh my God.
So that's where it ends because, you know, June and the baby got to get low.
Yeah.
And we don't see anybody get hit, but we don't know also because that's literally how it ends. And then it bursts into a jarring song performed by Janelle Monáe.
Yeah. So I struggled with that scene because I was like, this is a deeply political, turn.
Mm-hmm.
How governments use people as pawns for their own gain or whatever. Because then it was like, you have this little girl pledging allegiance to a flag, which is no different than what y'all have Blana doing, honestly. No, it is different, but not. You know what I mean? like pledging an allegiance to something that's not necessarily the best thing.
Yeah,
you know?
like the thing
and
that
at
didn't...
such a young age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't like the pledge. I ain't never liked the pledge.
I don't believe in pledging an allegiance. Like, America has its problems. I love America. It's cool. It's fucked up, but it's fucked up I could tolerate.
I'm pledging
but I
allegiance
don't
to this
know.
flag under your God.
But I'm not pledging an allegiance to it.
And we don't have the same God. Like, we don't have the same spirit.
No.
We don't have the same ancestor. We don't have the same. Okay? We don't. And I damn sure ain't pledging allegiance to whatever the fuck you think that representation is. No, thank you. Yeah, so my father's anti-pledge. Like, I ain't never, how many times I got in trouble in school for not saying the pledge?
Same.
Do they make them do that still?
In some areas of the country. Not all. In New York, they don't.
I didn't think so.
But in California, it was for a very long time, and then they made it like county by county almost.
Okay.
Because if you look, some of the schools in Northern California, like, they don't.
Let's see. Is it required for public? To say the pledge. Now, inside the episode, I
didn't get a chance to see it. It wasn't updated when I watched it.
It was a weird find for me, actually. To teach is the pledge set in public schools. Almost all states require that students in public schools regularly recite the pledge, although the Supreme Court has ruled that students must be allowed to opt out of it. And that's as of April 5th, 2022.
Oh, well, I remember back in my day. Maybe it's a teacher thing, you know, like they don't have to, you know, I don't know.
Maybe, because some of my black teachers was like, but they get into the discussion of June wondering whether or not Commander Spicy is the person that she thought he was, obviously from finding out that he was offered a sweet deal and didn't take it. But also wrestling with the fact that they can't be together right now, or potentially ever, actually. And that was like kind of like the main theme that they talked about. But come to find out, Commander Get Out is the one who directed this episode, or I think they co-directed it together.
Oh.
And next week is the finale.
Yeah. I'm excited. That means we are one episode closer to the end of this maelstrom.
I have to say, though, that even with, heightened things happening in my chest, watching this and so forth, I've enjoyed the season. They did a really, really fantastic job on the director side and the production of all seasons. It's a beautifully shot show. As dark as it is, it's a beautifully shot show. But they really, really did a really good job with this season.
I also was like, I saw what Elizabeth Scientology was talking about in one of the episodes, how they'll take a scene and take a location and build a whole scene around it. Because when she went to go talk to Twello, I was like, you could tell, like, why is she walking all the way down this long corridor? I could tell, like, y'all just wanted to showcase
they needed the
location,
dramatic
which
effect.
is pretty.
Right.
Yeah.
Which also made me wonder, did you all rent out a high school for this, for your headquarters? Like, what was that auditorium?
Y'all shot it at a Holiday Inn conference
in
room.
a conference room. It was an Elk Lounge.
Anyway, it's time to go.
All right.
We all love you for watching and listening. We'll see you all next time for the finale. Bye.